Welcome back, everyone, to Tankers Fantasy Football. I am Travis Ray, Jason Worsman. We are back for round 2 of our live mock draft here.
Before we get it started, we are going to once again kick that intro for you guys. Have some fun with that.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, the evening TV. Everywhere you look, there's a heart.
All right, and we are going to get this started with the turn. The guys at 11 and 12 are best available. But before we hit all that, Travis is going to tell you a little about the Fantasy Pros.
Once again, this board and all these beautiful stickers are from our homies in Brooklyn, New York. These are Fantasy Bros. If you want to check out their website,
Fantasy Bros.
FantasyBrosShop.com. They got the Instagram, they got the Facebook, they got the Twitter. Look them up. This is some good quality boards here.
All right, we're going to lead off with the first pick of the second round. And I think it's got to be, what's the calculator ADP showing
Right
us?
now, the 11th overall draft pick is Melvin Gordon. And to get him at pick number 13, once again, best available, getting great value here.
Oh,
and going
man.
running back at the turn.
Melvin Gordon, baby, where are you? Quit hiding from me. Where are you, baby? Melvin
Let me see this
Gordon.
thing.
Melvin Gordon, I'm fucking it all up. All right. We got the next pick coming up, another best available, and he is going to go wide receiver. I think the next best player on the board is Julio Jones. So we're going to guy 11. He's going to go Saquon Barkley and Julio Jones, baby. So that is all in Sexy Deluxe. I mean, you're talking about a guy like Julio Jones, had a down year last year, but he still went out there, caught you like 86 balls for over 1,400 yards. So how can we necessarily say that's a down year? I mean, he only did like, what, the 3 touchdowns? We got to say that. That's got nowhere to go but up.
I mean, like we talked about Odell Beckham at 10 overall. I mean, Julio Jones in the early second could be a guy who can win you not only weeks here, but could win you your league. If this is a guy who gets his 1,300 to 1,400 yards and see his touchdowns tick up to that 7, 8, 9 range, this is a guy who's a locked-in PPR top 3 wide receiver on the season.
Oh, you got to have respect for the Julio Jones. Did you see him playing kickball out there? That was fucking embarrassing.
That was so bad.
What is he? How can he be so uncoordinated at a game? I can go out there and kick a fucking kickball.
It honestly looked like he was trying to look bad, but he wasn't, and it was terrible.
It was so embarrassing, baby. How can you be so uncoordinated?
Like,
literally simple grade school game like
any kindergartner in his better form than him in kickball.
Oh my gosh, it was the bad news. All right,
so we got back to Hard Cox guy here.
Hard Cox again. I gotta call him up. All right. Hard Cox, you there, bud? You fucking lunatic.
Oh, fucking son of a bitch. Took Melvin Gordon, man. I'm gonna fucking come all over his fucking mother's tits, man.
Jesus Christ.
I'm so fucking salty about this shit. I was fucking just over here stroking it hard, thinking about having Melvin Gordon on my team. And then boom, fucking Flaccid City, dog. Fucking Flaccid City. So I'm gonna go wide receiver,
What the fuck?
and give me some fucking Michael Thomas.
Yeah, solid pick. I mean,
Michael Thomas.
Wide receiver is in the safe. Yeah, I mean, I got him listed as the 4th wide receiver. Had him ranked over Julio Jones on our board. So, solid pick by old Hard Cox.
Average draft position right now is going at 18th overall. So right now, maybe a little sooner than what his average draft position is, but
the Hard Cox has got that tanker hype, babe. He's a fucking devoted listener.
Like you said, I would rank him above Julio and Devontae Adams, which currently he's getting drafted below. But I feel like this is a guy who is going to be the man in this offense there. It runs through him in terms of receivers. Drew Brees absolutely loves him. Again, very consistent his first 2 seasons. I think it's only going to... I mean, that's like his floor, this first 2 seasons. He's only going to get better at this point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the touchdowns weren't really there for him last year. He only had, the 5 touchdowns. But you got to think that's got nowhere to go but up. he is the heart and soul of that Saint passing game, and with the running back efficiency, they can't really focus a lot of defensive pressure on the guy like Michael Thomas. All right, we got a quarterback and tight end. I don't think maybe no tight end's been taken yet, so he might be able to straddle it on. Maybe he's still looking to go best player available here. So what are we thinking?
I'm thinking he was getting juicy first round with some Gronk, but he passed, took the best player available, and I think he got the guy he wanted all along, and he's going to swoop up Rob Gronkowski.
Is he going to pay the fucking piper for the Gronk in the fucking second round?
I think he loves him. That's what I see.
That's
he's got it.
I mean, if he pushes it, he might not get Kelsey or Ertz coming back to him, so he might have to pull the fucking plug and get himself some Gronkowski right now. And if he fucking is all in, babe.
I mean, like we said, if you missed the last video, all these guys are pre-picked, different strategies. This is a guy who's going to pick 2 quarterbacks and 2 tight ends within the first 10 rounds.
All right, we got the Packer homer, the NFC North homer, the guy who drafts what he knows, and
what
he knows.
Sees on Fox 18 every morning.
You gotta think he knows about his boy Devontae Adams.
I'm thinking Adams or Howard here.
It's gotta be. I think he's Packer homer. He's got the fucking dirty cheese on his head. I think he's going the fucking.
He's got Dalvin Cook first round, so.
I think he's going Devontae Adams here.
Gonna get himself a nice, easy running back wide receiver combo here to start.
Devontae, yeah, there he is, fucking sneaking past me, babe. All right.
All right. Up next,
running back
heavy, and he loves it. The pass it on Jordan Howard, because right now he's looking at Jordan Howard, Devontae Freeman, LaShawn McCoy, even a Christian McCaffrey at this point. But if we're looking at best available running back right now, it's looking like Jordan Howard. What do you feel about that?
I mean, creeping up a little bit of the list of this PPR. I think that might be a little bit more standard. Is that the standard or the PPR list?
This is PPR here.
PPR list, Jordan Howard, looking like best available running back off the board. And like I said in that mock draft we did before, when I took Howard, and I even got Howard, in the 3rd round, like fourth or 5th pick in that 3rd round. Howard has been climbing draft boards. I'm not afraid anymore. He has the most rushing yards in his first 2 years of any Bear in history. We're talking about more than Walter Payton, talking about more than Gale Sayers, talking about more than Matt Forte. In the first 2 years as a Chicago Bear, Jordan Howard has the most rushing yards out of any of those players. So I think, Jordan Howard is a decent pick right here for a guy who's looking to go 3 running backs to start the draft.
All right. So he's got some very, very solid backs in Elliott, and he's got your boy. Let's see.
Jordan Howard did John fucking.
All right, the hype train is rolling on Cohen. Is that scary at all?
I mean, I think if the Bears are smart, they're probably going to look to deploy both Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen at the same time. You would have to think, like, have Cohen be kind of like old, get him out there on the old wing, like the old high school plays are. Maybe have him a little off the line of scrimmage a little bit out there on the wing. But I think you got to get their most talented players on the field together, and I think that includes Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen.
All right. We got the phone a friend.
You gotta get the fucking fishbone back on that line. All right, what's the fishbone about, baby? The fishbone went running back in the 1st round. Who's the receivers that he's staring at right now?
All right, we got Melvin Gordon off, Julio off, Michael Thomas, Gronk, Adams, and Howard. Your best receivers are available are Keenan Allen, AJ Green, Mike Evans. All right, Keenan Allen.
Taking Keenan Allen, taking the target vacuum. Hunter Henry's gone for the season. They really got nobody else to throw it to besides Keenan Allen, and I think he's just going to look to get it sexy for you all season long. I think if anybody like DeAndre Hopkins, I don't think anybody's going to have a bigger share of the targets on their team than Keenan Allen.
Yeah, him and Melvin Gordon, just absolute volume guys at their respected positions. He's going to get his 100 catches. He's going to get his 1,000 yards easy. He got his touchdowns last year.
700-yard games last year, too. He was getting the fucking yards while he was getting those receptions.
And he looked stronger every single game. Obviously coming back off that knee injury, but he looked really good as the season progressed.
I had it written off.
and showed so much chemistry
I was
with.
shitting all over that 3rd round average draft position last year at Keenan Allen. He went out there and fucking proved me wrong. He got it.
It was pretty much just the injury concerns, though. I mean, Philip Rivers has incredible.
The guy played a half of
chemistry with
football
him.
in 2016. You got the guy
His
fucking
kidney or
written off.
whatever.
Played like 6 games in 2 years. In 2015, 2016, guy comes out there, proves you wrong, straps it on sexy for you all season long. And who we got
Him
going
and-
right now?
him and-
I'm up, baby. Didn't
Him and
even know.
Antonio Brown, I think, are the top 2 route runners in the NFL.
Who I got? I went Le'Veon Bell in the first. Who's my receivers? I'm looking at A.J. Green.
Mike Evans,
Looking at Mike
Doug
Evans.
Baldwin, Josh Gordon.
Oh, baby. I love me some Joshy, but I think I'm just going to have to go ahead and strap on some A.J. Green.
I like that.
Bring me some A.J. Green. Went out there last year. People said he
Super
had,
solid.
had a down year, but he still had 1,100 yards, still had the 8 touchdowns. I think if you're looking at last year, I think that's more of an A.J. Green's floor as far as this point in his career goes. So I don't feel good about some Le'Veon Bell. Going AFC North Deluxe with Le'Veon Bell and A.J. Green.
If you're looking at average PPR points a game, obviously he missed some time a couple years ago, but if you're looking at average PPR points, this guy's been a top 12 scorer in PPR every single season he's been in the NFL.
Including his rookie year, he has always loved you sexy as a wide receiver 1 in 12-team leagues.
All right, wide receiver heavy here is up.
He's looking to go wide receiver in the first 3 rounds. You got Hopkins in the first. Looking at Mike Evans. I think you got to go Mike Evans.
I think you have to. His other guys are Doug Baldwin, Josh Gordon,
I
Adam Thielen,
love Doug
Tyreek
Baldwin
Hill.
this year. I mean, he's last man standing.
T.Y. is available.
No Jimmy Graham, no Paul Richardson. They're leaving 176 targets on the field. I mean, Tyler Lockett's probably going to help out in taking those targets, but you got to think Doug Baldwin's target share has got nowhere to go but up on a team whose defense is also falling apart.
Oh, it's horrendous.
I mean, we're looking at Doug Baldwin, I think, is going to be a sexy deluxe value play in his 3rd round average draft position. You got to believe. All right, where the fuck is Mike Evans?
And honestly, with the suspension now of Jameis Winston for 3 games, even Evans is a little scary.
That was a little scary. Talking about that fucking guy who hasn't played a snap of football. He's been in the league for like 6 fucking years.
He's looking better than Fitzpatrick.
Jesus.
What do we think? Go crazy? Doug Baldwin or Evans here?
I mean, if you had a fucking gun to my head who's going to have the better fantasy season, I'm saying Doug Baldwin.
Let's do it.
Talking gun to my head. I mean, I'm serious. Talking gun to my head. I'm giving it to Dougie Fresh, babe. All fucking in. He won me a title back in 2016 with his
You bought him a
huge
jersey.
fucking 35 point. Yeah, I bought me a jersey, but from fucking, what was it, from Japan? They gave me a fucking Japan 3 extra large. Let's talk about how a Japan 3 extra large fits on a feller that weighs about $180. And let me tell you, I wave good bye-bye to a $180 in about fucking what? Freshman year of high school. I mean, my goodness. I think I clocked in at like 230 my senior year, so I'll probably wave good bye-bye to that freshman year.
Where the hell is Doug Baldwin?
I don't know. We'll find you, Doug. You
I
can
mean,
be my Doug.
I miss you so
I'll
much,
be
Doug.
my Doug. There, he's got to be in here somewhere.
Here he is.
There he is, babe.
I miss you so much, Doug.
I tried to get him back, dude. I text
You
Decker.
wanted
I was
him.
fucking getting Doug back.
Alright, next is the Dusty Trustees. So these are the guys, probably not in their rookie contracts anymore, guys that have been there, done
I
that.
think he's going.
He
Sean McCoy.
would have loved to get a Doug
Baldwin,
Baldwin.
he would've.
He would have loved
But he
it.
got Antonio Brown, so he might be leaning more toward that running back here in the second. And I think if we're talking about Dusty Trustees late second round, I think LaShawn McCoy is your guy.
I think he has
I
to
think he
be.
has to be. Absolutely.
I mean, this is the guy who is in that offense.
Absolutely.
He's going to be literally 70% of that offense.
Has to be.
There's no way around it. That's all who's left in
He-
there.
Sean McCoy is getting a little bit long in the tooth. We are talking about redraft here, and this guy's talking about trusty Dusties, and nobody's more trusty in that late second round than LaShawn McCoy
I
at
mean,
the
if
running
we're
back
talking
position.
redraft, this is a guy who can get it done for you week in, week out, 25 plus fantasy points for you on a very bad offense. Who is literally the only guy left.
Only guy left. We are on the hype train.
Hype train. Let's look at some of these guys.
The bell, baby.
You know what? I'm looking at a guy. I'm looking right here.
Jerick McKinnon.
I think so.
I think that's got to be it.
If we're talking hype, this guy loves it.
Fucking hype. We're talking PPR hype. Going out to San Francisco to be hopefully what people are saying going to be a bell cow for the first time in his NFL career. And if he's playing as many snaps as we think he's going to be playing, I don't see there's any fucking way this guy's not catching 65, 70 balls.
And honestly, this guy, for his love for him, is gaining value because his average draft position in PPR is 22nd overall. He just went off 23rd overall.
Just a little bit of value right where he usually goes. I think the guy who picked McCoy could have taken McKinnon, but he's trusty Dusty, baby. So if you're looking at McCoy versus McKinnon, well, trusty Dusty has to pick McCoy.
All right.
Last
I
pick
got
of the
running back
second.
here. I'm getting this guy slid. And I know he was going right around where Howard's going, right around where McCoy's going. He's actually going above McKinnon, but hasn't gotten the quiet pipe as much. I'm going to go Christian McCaffrey.
Christian
And
McCaffrey.
This is a guy who's, I mean, they bring in another running back, but this is a guy who I still feel like he's going to get 150 carries minimum. He's going to get his catches. He had 80 last year,
80 last
PPR,
year.
RB2. This is a back-end RB1 PPR all day long.
Good value right there with Christian McCaffrey to close us out in the second round. If you like the cut of our jib, give us a subscribe, give us a share, comment, like, do all that good shit. Hit that little bell down there in the bottom to tell you some notifications when we post our next video, baby. We are now on the iTunes, the TuneIn, the Stitcher, all that shit I just talked about.
Stitcher?
I don't know what it is. What is that shit?
I've never
Twitcher,
heard of it.
Stitcher.
Twitter?
No, we're on the Twitter, yeah, but we're talking about places where you can listen to us on your daily commutes to and from work, baby.
All right, we love it.
Oh, yeah, trying to get tankers more out there.
All right, thanks for watching. We'll be back with round 3 very soon.
Hit that cheeseburger. Cheeseburger.